Shalom, and welcome back to the Cepher Daily Readings. Thank you for watching. I am Trish, and we left off in Exodus, Shemoth, chapter 8. Where we left off is Moses and Aaron in Egypt, telling Pharaoh to let the people go to go serve Yahuwah in the wilderness. Pharaoh is hardened. He's refusing, but there's a moment where he does agree to the terms of letting the people go, and he would renege. So there are several rounds of this where he agrees to let the people go, but then he reneges and saying, no, they are not going anywhere. And so after each time he reneges, a plague is upon him and Egypt. So the first plague is the blood in the waters, the rivers turning into blood. All the vessels are filled with blood. It gets to the point where people are just digging, searching for fresh water. The second time he reneges or he acts in bad faith is results in the plague of frogs. Right? And then the next plague is of lice. And then the fourth, flies. So, as most of us all know, there are 10 plagues. We have now reviewed 4 of them. And that's where we ended in chapter 8. So now, chapter 9. Then Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Go in unto Pharaoh, and tell him, Thus says Yahuwah Elohai of the Ephraim, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For if you refuse to let them go, and will hold them still, behold, the hand of Yahuwah is upon your cattle, which is in the field, upon the horses, upon the asses, upon the camels, upon the oxen, and upon the sheep. There shall be a very grievous pestilence. And Yahuwah shall sever between the cattle of Yasharel and the cattle of Mitzrayim, and there shall nothing die of all that is in the children of Yasharel. And Yahuwah appointed a set time, saying, Tomorrow Yahuwah shall do this thing in the land. And Yahuwah did that thing on the morrow, and all the cattle of Mitzrayim died. But of the cattle of the children of Yasharel died not one. And Pharaoh sent, and behold, there was not one of the cattle of Yasharel dead. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, and he did not let the people go. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe and unto Aaron, Take handfuls of ashes of the furnace that let Moshe sprinkle it, and let Moshe sprinkle it toward the heavens in the sight of Pharaoh. And it shall become small dust in all the land of Mitzrayim, and shall be a boil breaking forth with blains upon man, and upon beast, throughout all the land of Mitzrayim. And they took ashes of the furnace and stood before Pharaoh. And Moshe sprinkled it up toward the heavens, and it became a boil breaking forth with blains upon man, and upon beast. And the magicians could not stand before Moshe because of the boils, for the boil was upon the magicians, and upon all Mitzrayim. And Yahuwah hardened the heart of Pharaoh, and he hearkened not unto them, as Yahuwah had spoken unto Moshe. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Rise up early in the morning, and stand before Pharaoh, and say unto him, Thus says Yahuwah Elohai of the Ephraim, Let my people go, that they may serve me. For I will at this time send all my plagues upon your heart, and upon your servants, and upon your people, that you may know that there is none like me in all the earth. For now I will stretch out my hand, that I may smite you and your people with pestilence, and you shall be cut off from the earth. And in very deed, for this cause have I raised you up, to show in you my power, and that my name may be declared throughout all the earth. As yet exalt you yourself against my people, that you will not let them go. Behold, tomorrow at about this time I will cause it to rain a very grievous hail, such as has not been in Mitzrayim since the foundation thereof even until now. Send therefore now, and gather your cattle, and all that you have in the field, for upon every man and beast which shall be found in the field, and shall not be brought home, the hail shall come down upon them, and they shall die. He that feared the word of Yahuwah among the servants of Pharaoh made his servants and his cattle flee into the houses. And he that regarded not the word of Yahuwah left his servants and his cattle in the field. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Stretch forth your hand toward the heavens, that there may be hail in all the land of Mitzrayim, upon man and upon beast, and upon every herb of the field throughout the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe stretched forth his rod toward the heavens, and Yahuwah sent thunder and hail, and the fire ran along upon the ground, and Yahuwah rained hail upon the land of Mitzrayim. So there was hail and fire mingled with the hail, very grievous, such as there was none like it in all the land of the Mitzrayim, since it became a nation. And the hail smote throughout all the land of Mitzrayim, all that was in the field, both man and beast. And the hail smote every herb of the field, and broke every tree of the field. Only in the land of Goshen, where the children of Yasharel were, was there no hail. And Pharaoh sent and called for Moshe and Aaron, and said unto them, I have sinned this time. Yahuwah is righteous, and I and my people are wicked. Entreat Yahuwah, for it is enough, that there be no more mighty thunderings and hail, and I will let you go, and you shall stay no longer. And Moshe said unto him, As soon as I am gone out of the city, I will spread abroad my hands unto Yahuwah, and the thunder shall cease, neither shall there be any more hail, that you may know how that the earth is Yahuwah's. But as for you and your servants, I know that you will not yet fear Yahuwah Elohim. And the flax and the barley were smitten, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was boiled, was boiled. But the wheat and the rye were not smitten, for they were not grown up. And Moshe went out of the city from Pharaoh, and spread abroad his hands unto Yahuwah, and the thunders and hail ceased, and the rain was not poured upon the earth. And when Pharaoh saw that the rain and the hail and the thunder had ceased, he sinned yet more, and hardened his heart, he and his servants. And the heart of Pharaoh was hardened, neither would he let the children of Yasharel go, as Yahuwah had spoken by Moshe. Chapter 10. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Go in unto Pharaoh, for I have hardened his heart, and the heart of his servants, that I might show these my signs before him, and that you may tell in the ears of your son and of your son's son what things I have wrought in Mitzrayim, and my signs which I have done among them, that you may know how that I am Yahuwah. And Moshe and Aaron came in unto Pharaoh, and said unto him, Thus says Yahuwah Elohai of the Ivriim, How long will you refuse to humble yourself before me? Let my people go, that they may serve me. Else, if you refuse to let my people go, behold, tomorrow will I bring the locusts into your coast, and they shall cover the face of the earth, that one cannot be able to see the earth. And they shall eat the remnants of that which is escaped, which remains unto you from the hail, and shall eat every tree which grows for you out of the field. And they shall fill your houses, and the houses of all your servants, and the houses of all the Mitzrayim, which neither your fathers nor your fathers' fathers have seen, since the day that they were upon the earth unto this day. And he turned himself and went out from Pharaoh. And Pharaoh's servants said unto him, How long shall this man be a snare unto us? Let the men go, that they may serve Yahuwah Elohim. Know you not yet that Mitzrayim is destroyed? And Moshe and Aaron were brought again unto Pharaoh, and he said unto them, Go, serve Yahuwah Elohim. But who are they that shall go? And Moshe said, We will go with our young and with our old, with our sons and with our daughters, with our flocks and with our herds we will go, for we must hold a feast unto Yahuwah. And he said unto them, Let Yahuwah be so with you, as I will let you go, and your little ones. Look to it, for evil is before you. Not so. Go now you that are men, and serve Yahuwah, for that you did desire. And they were driven out of Pharaoh's presence. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Stretch out your hand over the land of Mitzrayim for the locusts, that they may come up upon the land of Mitzrayim, and eat every herb of the land, even all that the hail has left. And Moshe stretched forth his rod over the land of Mitzrayim, and Yahuwah brought an east wind upon the land all that day, and all that night. And when it was morning, the east wind brought the locusts. And the locusts went up over all the land of Mitzrayim, and rested in all the coasts of Mitzrayim. Very grievous were they. Before them there were no such locusts as they, neither after them shall be such. For they covered the face of the whole earth, so that the land was darkened. And they did eat every herb of the land, and all the fruit of the trees, which the hail had left. And there remained not any green thing in the trees, or in the herbs of the field, through all the land of Mitzrayim. Then Pharaoh called for Moshe and Aaron in haste, and he said, I have sinned against Yahuwah Elohim, and against you. Now therefore forgive, I pray you, my sin only this once, and entreat Yahuwah Elohim, that he may take away from me this death only. And he went out from Pharaoh, and entreated Yahuwah, and Yahuwah turned a mighty strong west wind, which took away the locusts, and cast them into the Red Sea, where remained not one locust in all the coasts of Mitzrayim. But Yahuwah hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Yasharel go. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Stretch out your hand toward the heavens, that there may be darkness over the land of Mitzrayim, even darkness which may be felt. And Moshe stretched forth his hand toward the heavens, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Mitzrayim 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Yasharel had light in their dwellings. And Pharaoh called unto Moshe, and said, Go you, serve Yahuwah, only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moshe said, You must give us also sacrifices and ascending smoke offerings, that we may sacrifice unto Yahuwah Elohim. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not a hoof be left behind. For therefore must we take to serve Yahuwah Elohim, and we know not with what we must serve Yahuwah, until we come thither. But Yahuwah hardened Pharaoh's heart, and he would not let them go. And Pharaoh said unto him, Get you from me, take heed to yourself, see my face no more. For on that day you see my face shall you die. And Moshe said, You have spoken well, I will see your face again no more. Chapter 11. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Yet will I bring one plague more upon Pharaoh, and upon Mitzrayim. Afterwards he will let you go hence. When he shall let you go, he shall surely thrust you out hence altogether. Speak now in the ears of the people, and let every man borrow of his neighbor, and every woman of her neighbor, jewels of silver and jewels of gold. And Yahuwah gave the people favor in the sight of the Mitzrayim. Moreover, the man Moshe was very great in the land of Mitzrayim, in the sight of Pharaoh's servants, and in the sight of the people. And Moshe said, Thus says Yahuwah, About midnight will I go out into the midst of Mitzrayim, and all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim shall die. From the firstborn of Pharaoh that sits upon his throne, even unto the firstborn of the maidservant that is behind the mill, and all the firstborn of beasts. And there shall be a great cry throughout all the land of Mitzrayim, such as there was none like it, nor shall be like it any more. But against any of the children of Yasharel shall not a dog move his tongue, against man or beast, that you may know how that Yahuwah puts a difference between the Mitzrayim and Yasharel. And all these your servants shall come down unto me, and bow themselves down unto me, saying, Get you out, and all the people that follow you. And after that I will go out. And he went out from Pharaoh in a great anger. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe, Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you, that my wonders may be multiplied in the land of Mitzrayim. And Moshe and Aaron did all these wonders before Pharaoh, and Yahuwah hardened Pharaoh's heart, so that he would not let the children of Yasharel go out of his land. Chapter 12. And Yahuwah spoke unto El Moshe and El Aaron in the land of Mitzrayim, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. Speak you unto all the assembly of Yasharel, saying, In the 10th day of this month they shall take to them every man a lamb according to the house of their fathers, a lamb for a house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls. Every man according to his eating shall make your count for the lamb. Your lamb shall be without blemish, a male of the first year. You shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And you shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month, and the whole multitude of the assembly of Yasharel shall kill it in the evening. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper door post of the houses, wherein they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and matzah, and with bitter herbs they shall eat it. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water, but roast with fire, his head with his legs, and with the purtenance thereof. And you shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remains of it until the morning you shall burn with fire. And thus shall you eat it, with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in haste. It is Yahuwah's Pesach. For I will through the land of Mitzrayim this night, and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, both man and beast, and against all the Eloi of Mitzrayim I will execute judgment. I am Yahuwah. And the blood shall be to you for a mark upon the houses where you are, and when I see the blood I will pass over you. And the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you, when I smite the land of Mitzrayim. And this day shall be unto you for a memorial, and you shall keep it a feast to Yahuwah throughout your generations. You shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever. 7 days shall you eat matzah. Even the first day you shall put away leaven out of your houses. For whosoever eats chametz from the first day until the 7th day, that soul shall be cut off from Yasharel. And in the first day there shall be a holy assembly, and in the 7th day there shall be a holy assembly to you. No manner of work shall be done in them, save that which every man must eat, that only may be done of you. And you shall guard the feast of matzah, for in this self-same day have I brought your armies out of the land of Mitzrayim. Therefore shall you guard this day in your generations by an ordinance forever. In the first month, on the 14th day of the month, at even, you shall eat matzah, until the 21st day of the month at even. 7 days shall there be no chametz found in your houses, for whosoever eats that which is with chametz, even with soul, shall be cut off from the assembly of Yasharel, whether he be a stranger or born in the land. You shall eat nothing with chametz, in all your habitations shall you eat matzah. Then Moshe called for all the elders of Yasharel, and said unto them, Draw out and take you a lamb according to your families, and kill the Pesach. And you shall take a bunch of hyssop, and dip it in the blood that is in the basin, and strike the lintel, and the 2 side posts with the blood that is in that basin. And none of you shall go out of the door of his house until the morning. For Yahuwah will pass through to smite the Mitzrayim, and when he sees the blood upon the lintel, and on the 2 side posts, Yahuwah will pass over the door, and will not suffer the destroyer to come in unto your houses to smite you. And you shall guard this thing for an ordinance to you and to your sons forever. And it shall come to pass, when you have come to the land which Yahuwah will give you, according as he has promised, that you shall guard this service. And it shall come to pass, when your children shall say unto you, What mean you by this service? That you shall say, It is the sacrifice of Yahuwah's Pesach, who passed over the houses of the children of Yasharel and Mitzrayim, when he smote the Mitzrayim, and delivered our houses. And the people bowed their heads and worshipped. And the children of Yasharel went away and did as Yahuwah had commanded Moshe and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass that at midnight Yahuwah smote all the firstborn in the land of Mitzrayim, from the firstborn of Pharaoh that sat on his throne unto the firstborn of the captive that was in the dungeon, and all the firstborn of cattle. And Pharaoh rose up in the night, he and all his servants, and all the Mitzrayim, and there was a great cry in Mitzrayim, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. And he called for Moshe and Aaron by night, and said, Rise up, and get you forth from among my people, both you and the children of Yasharel, and go, serve Yahuwah, as you have said. Also, take your flocks and your herds, as you have said, and be gone, and bless me also. And the Mitzrayim were urgent upon the people, that they might send them out of the land in haste, for they said, We be all dead men. And the people took their dough before it was leavened, their kneading troughs being bound up in their clothes upon their shoulders. And the children of Yasharel did according to the word of Moshe, and they borrowed of the Mitzrayim jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And Yahuwah gave the people favor in the sight of the Mitzrayim, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Mitzrayim. And the children of Yasharel journeyed from Ramses to Sukkot, about 600,000 on foot that were men, beside children. And a mixed multitude went up also with them, and flocks and herds, and even very many cattle. And they baked matzah, cakes of the dough, which they brought forth out of Mitzrayim, for it was not leavened, because they were thrust out of Mitzrayim, and could not tarry, neither had they prepared for themselves any victual. Now the sojourning of the children of Yasharel, who dwelt in the land of Mitzrayim, and in the land of Canaan, they and their fathers, was 430 years. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day it came to pass, that all the hosts of Yahuwah went out from the land of Mitzrayim. It is a night to be much observed unto Yahuwah, for bringing them out from the land of Mitzrayim. This is that night of Yahuwah to be observed of all the children of Yasharel in their generations. And Yahuwah said unto Moshe and Aaron, This is the ordinance of the Pesach. There shall no stranger eat thereof, but every man's servant that is bought for money, when you have circumcised him, then shall he eat thereof. A foreigner and a hired servant shall not eat thereof. In one house shall it be eaten. You shall not carry forth aught of the flesh abroad out of the house, neither shall you break a bone thereof. All the assembly of Yasharel shall keep it. And when a stranger shall sojourn with you, and will keep the Pesach to Yahuwah, let all his males be circumcised, and then let him come near and keep it. And he shall be as one that is born in the land, for no uncircumcised person shall eat thereof. One Torah shall be to him that is homeborn, and unto the stranger that sojourns among you. Thus did all the children of Yasharel, as Yahuwah commanded Moshe and Aaron, so did they. And it came to pass the selfsame day that Yahuwah did bring the children of Yasharel out of the land of Mitzrayim by their armies. That's the end of chapter 12. Now we are on to Psalms, Tehilliym, chapter 16. Miktam of David. Guard me, O El, for in you do I put my trust. O my soul, you have said unto Yahuwah, you are my Adonai. My goodness extends not to you, but to the Kodashim that are in the earth, and to the excellent, in whom is all my delight. Their sorrows shall be multiplied that hasten after another Elohim. Their drink offerings of blood will I not offer, nor take up their names into my lips. Yahuwah is the portion of my inheritance and of my cup. You maintain my lot. The lines are fallen unto me in the pleasant places. Yea, I have a goodly heritage. I will bless Yahuwah, who has given me counsel. My mind also instructs me in the night seasons. I have set Yahuwah always before me, because he is at my right hand. I shall not be moved. Therefore my heart is glad, and my glory rejoices. My flesh also shall rest in hope, for you will not leave my soul in Sheol, neither will you suffer your Holy One to see corruption. You will show me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. At your right hand there are pleasures forevermore. Hallelujah. All praise to the Most High Yah, in the name of the only begotten Son, Yahweh Yahusha HaMashiach, and the Holy Spirit, the Ruach HaKodesh. Thank you so much for following along. May this be a blessing to you, and Yah willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Shalom.